This was, to me, if we could look at it and say vintage Syndergaard, I think that's exactly what it was. His mound presence, he's like a guy that just elevates his game when there's even more on the line. And that was a prime example. He was, I think he pitched better than Bumgarner. Bumgarner went longer, but again, I think he was just more dominant. It was really impressive. He got saved there in, I think, the seventh by an incredible Curtis Granderson catch in center field with 2 outs. But outside of that, it was his dominant fastball, his ability to throw his changeup, slider, curveball off of those things. And just, again, his bulldog mentality. I love watching Noah pitch in big games because that's what he does.
So I'm so glad that Jerry brought up vintage Syndergaard, because we still think of him as somebody who has a ceiling he's yet to reach. And it's fascinating to look at the fact that he started that game in 2016 when Jacob deGrom was on the team. He started opening day 2017, I believe, when Jacob deGrom was on the team. He was the guy in this rotation for a period of time. So, Anthony, when you view him and his career as he recovers from Tommy John surgery, is that going to be that game in 2016 remembered as the peak of this guy's career in a Met uniform, or can he get back to that level?
I think the key here is in a Mets uniform, and the problem is this guy doesn't have a whole lot of time left before he hits free agency, if he's allowed to hit free agency, and he's going to be coming off the surgery. So in that case, because of that, yes, it might be. I mean, it's going to be really hard for him to come off of TJ and have a year next year. It probably won't be a full season, and have anything like he did that entire 16 season, plus, of course, what he did in that playoff game was absolutely lights out. So, but I think there is still a lot of good things to come for Noah Syndergaard. He's still very young. I mean, he came up at a young age. He still has a lot of years left on him, as long as he can stay healthy. So, and he has been very good, and I think there is more for him to hit.
It's fascinating. In a Met uniform, I mean, that's going to be the multi-million-dollar question for the Mets long term, exactly how they handle Noah Syndergaard coming off the Tommy John surgery. I think it's interesting, Doug, you mentioned DeGrom. DeGrom's evolved as a starter. He's evolved before our very eyes. He's the best pitcher in all of Major League Baseball. That evolution, right? When you look at Syndergaard at his peak, he was this bully, intense, 60 feet, 6 inches away. I'm going to take your heart and soul. That mindset's gone away. He's become a little bit of an excuse maker, especially after the down performances. He has not evolved as a pitcher as you've seen Jacob deGrom. So there's a couple of things that he has to overcome. Number one, he's got to overcome coming back from Tommy John surgery. Number two, he's also has to evolve as a pitcher as well, and not just be a hard thrower, and see what Jacob evolved to here in the Mets uniform. Can he do it in the Met uniform? In the short term, probably not. If they sign him to a long-term deal, I think he can get back there, but it's all up to him.